For some, they are rare artworks and the centrepiece of Europe's biggest museums. For others, they're painful reminders of colonialism and exploitation.
Now, Germany has become the latest country to return precious antiquities to their place of origin. Trent Murray reports now from Berlin.
Well, this is the Humboldt Forum, an $800 million museum which has just opened here in the historic centre of Berlin. But this colossal project has been controversial on several fronts. Firstly, it sits on the site of the former East German Parliament, which was demolished to make way for this new project. And as for the design, well, you could be mistaken for thinking that this is a seat of power for some sort of royal family. And that's because the building largely is a replica of a Prussian palace which sat here for hundreds of years before being lost to Allied bombing in World War II. But it's what was meant to be inside this place that's become the real flashpoint, particularly for Germany's relations with Africa. The museum had planned to display the Benin bronzes, ancient sculptures that once decorated the former Kingdom of Benin, an area which is now southern Nigeria. But that, as you might imagine, has been hugely controversial. That's because the artefacts were stolen by British soldiers in the late 19th century, brought back to Europe and then sold off to various European and North American museums. And while Germany has held on to theirs ever since, activists have long said it's time to give them back. Despite some initial pushback, years of campaigning and calls between Abuja and Berlin has paid off and has finally seen an agreement on restitution of the ancient antiquities. Authorities here say the official restitution process will begin next year, and it is expected that some of the sculptures will be housed in a new museum in Benin City. But there are questions about whether the whole collection will be sent home or just a few items. But it still is a significant step, one for Germany in particular, who's been forced to confront its role in colonialism and exploitation, as well as for other countries, including the UK, as pressure builds on them to return the ancient relics to their rightful home. Trent Murray, CGTN, Berlin.